Welcome student. Today we are going to see determination of conductance of electrolytic solution. In order to determine the conductance of electrolytic solution, first of all we must know the relationship between resistance and conductance. You know that this conductance is reciprocal of resistance. That's why if we are able to measure the value of resistance of the solution, then easily we are able to know about its conductance, because there is a reciprocal relationship between resistance and conductance. Now the conductance of solution, so therefore measured indirectly by measuring its resistance in the Wheatstone's AC bridge. This is Wheatstone's AC bridge. Wheatstone's AC bridge. Now in this Wheatstone's AC bridge, in this diagram, the AC current is used and direct current, that is DC, is not used. But why AC is used? Why there is not direct current? Because due to direct current, what happens? Due to direct current, here in the conductivity cell there is a possibility of electrolysis, and that's why due to electrolysis the concentration of the solution may change. That's why DC cannot be used. And the second reason the DC cannot be used, because due to use of direct current, here there is a polarization of the electrode takes place. That's why DC current is not used. Hence we are going to use the Wheatstone's AC bridge, alternating current. AC means alternating current bridge. Here all these two difficulties due to DC current are overcome by Wheatstone's AC bridge by using headphone instead of galvanometer, as well as by using the audio frequency range, that is by using alternating current with audio frequency range, and by using headphone instead of galvanometer. Now the solution whose conductivity is to be determined, that solution is kept here in this thermostat. You know the thermostat, function of thermostat is to keep the temperature constant. Now here in this conductivity cell, here there is our experimental solution of which we have to determine the conductance. Actually we are going to determine the resistance later on. After taking reciprocal of that resistance, you get the conductance. Now the solution under study is taken in a conductivity cell, and then the current is allowed to pass through the solution, and the known resistance, when current passes, then resistance is developed in this conductivity cell. But after passing current and after development of the resistance in this solution, here the specific resistance from this resistance box is removed in a such a way that the sound observed in this headphone is very minimum. Actually this jockey is allowed to pass over this wire, uniform wire AB. There is uniform wire AB. On this uniform wire AB, this jockey is allowed to slide, and you will get the X point in a such a way that there is a minimum sound in this headphone. Then and then when such a condition occurred, then there is a relationship that the resistance of solution is equals to, means resistance of a solution in conductivity cell, resistance of solution in conductivity cell, conductivity cell upon resistance upon resistance from resistance box, from resistance box means from this resistance box, resistance from resistance box is equals to length bx upon length bx upon length ax. Here this is the length ax, this is the length bx. Okay, means the resistance of the conductivity cell upon the resistance from this resistance box is equals to length bx upon this length ax. Here below this uniform wire there is a uniform scale. From this uniform scale you are able to find out the length ax or length bx, means these two values are known to you. Okay, later on resistance from the resistance box is removed in such a way during the sliding of the jockey along uniform wire AB you will get the minimum sound in the headphone. This removed resistance to adjust the minimum sound, this value is known to you because there are keys, various keys of resistance in this resistance box. Remove one by one and adjust in such a way this sliding jockey there is a minimum sound. You know the value of resistance from resistance box, means you know length bx, you know length ax, you know resistance removed from the resistance box. All these three values are known. You are able to find out the resistance of solution in the conductivity cell. If you know the resistance, take a reciprocal of that resistance. Take a reciprocal, जो रेजिस्टेंस आपको मिला है, टेक रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस, एंड इफ द रेजिस्टेंस reciprocal is taken, then it will give the conductance. Getting it? In this way Wheatstone's AC bridge is used to measure the conductance of solution by indirect method. Why indirect? You are not going to measure the directly conductance. You measure first of all resistance, later on after taking its reciprocal you know the conductance. That's why indirect method for the measurement of conductance. समझ में आया? Wheatstone's AC ब्रिज में DC करंट यूज नहीं करते, उसके दो रीजन है. पहला रीजन है डीसी करंट पास करने के वजह से ये कंडक्टिविटी सेल का कंसंट्रेशन चेंज हो जाता है. एंड क्यों चेंज होता आता है? क्योंकि डायरेक्ट करंट की वजह से वहां पर इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस होता है. ओके, दैट्स व्हाई द डीसी इज नॉट यूज. सेकंड रीजन, ड्यू टू डीसी व्हाट हैपेंस, there is a polarization of electrode takes place. Here there are electrodes, platinum electrodes are there. There is a polarization. That's why to avoid these two difficulties, this Wheatstone's AC bridge is used to measure the current to measure the conductance. Alternating current is used, DC is not used.